The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. Chartable has just launched Chartable Sales Sheets, a service that combines Chartable's IAB-verified stats with their audience demographics service and Spotify's data too. Chartable will help you share that independent data with prospective advertisers. Now we know what Odyssey spent $40 million on last week. The company has bought Wide Orbit's digital audio streaming technology and will rebrand it Amperwave. Now, Odyssey's announcement just mentions digital audio streaming for live radio, but Wide Orbit's announcement mentions podcasting too. The company does some hosting for clients. Odyssey currently uses Omni Studio, a company now owned by competitor iHeartRadio. Facebook's Chelsea White and Irina Lamb appeared on the new media show Podmov Daily will report later that Facebook won't be hosting podcasts and they're using the word subscribe, a word that Apple no longer uses. Triton Digital has launched the New Zealand podcast ranker. It's being run by the RBA, the Radio Companies Association, and contains 8 networks so far. In the first figures, iHeartRadio is number 1 for podcasts. Again, in this country, it's licensed and run by NZME. The third Afros and Audio Podcast Festival has been announced. It's a virtual event in mid-November. Cumulus Media is now interfacing its podcasts into the Strata media buying platform for advertisers who use this service. Buzzsprout has added an iframe-based player for sites that don't like JavaScript, Confetti, web notifications, and an updated podcast directory submission tool. And Bullhorn has announced a contest for indie podcasters. And in podcast news, Voices for Justice is a true crime podcast hosted by Sarah Turney. The first season explored the story of Sarah's sister, missing teen Alyssa Turney, which led to the arrest of their father in 2020. It's presented by At Large Media, and we thank them for their support. In Podland this week, part recorded in Australian bushland, Brian Barletta co-hosts and Adam Bowie tells us some of podcasting's upcoming trends. And Profit with Podcasting interviews the president of Podcast Movement, Dan Franks. Their next big event is in March in Los Angeles. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.